Hello friends, welcome to the Trading Temple channel. Today we're going to talk about the Near protocol. As you can see, Near protocol has dropped by about 8% today and its price is close to $2.80. Compared to most of the market, it's fallen more today. And almost the entire market is in the green. But Near protocol and ICP have experienced a sharp drop right now. ICP has also dropped by nearly 10%. All right, let's go to the chart and see what's happening. On the chart, as you can see, we're still stuck in this range, which has really worn out a lot of investors in Near protocol and the poor traders as well. But personally, I think this range will eventually break. The likelihood of it breaking upwards is higher because Bitcoin's performance has been better lately. It has held steady and hasn't lost its support level at $100,000. And this could be a signal for Near protocol, indicating that Near protocol might be able to break out of this range to the upside. To sum it up for you, if Near protocol breaks out of this range, the first target it will go to test is here. It will test this gap and fill it, which could bring its price close to $4.50. And in this area, it might run into some trouble. The reason for this is that it encounters this issue because if we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that Near protocol's weekly moving averages are located in this area. The 100-week and 200-week moving averages are in this region. As you can see right now, today it actually hit the 50-week moving average, and for now it has been rejected and the price has dropped by nearly 8%. And in this area, if it fills this gap, it will hit this moving average and then it has to decide what the next step is for its upcoming targets. Because in this area, after it breaks out of this range, there's a strong possibility that we'll see a backtest on this range and then it will move upward. Because it needs to test this area and retest it as a support level, and this is where things are decided. The price of Near protocol could explode and head towards $8 or not. Because there's a chart I want to show you right now where this exact thing happened. Unfortunately, it couldn't move up and got rejected after it filled this gap, entered the range, and then dropped again. And that coin is none other than Avalanche. What happened with Avalanche was that after it broke out of this range beautifully and had very high volume, it came here. This gap you see right here is exactly the same gap that exists in Near protocol as well. When it filled this gap, the price came down and tested this range. It had a very nice bounce but couldn't hold it, and the liquidity event that happened on Friday about a month ago caused the price of Near and Avalanche to drop back and re-enter this range. This shouldn't happen to Near protocol, because you saw for yourself what happened to Avalanche. But if the price goes up and fills this gap, the only place it needs to hold is this support level, which will later be confirmed as support. Right now, it's acting as resistance, but once the price goes up and does a back test, it will be recognized as a support level, and this level must not be lost. Alright, now let's switch to the 4-hour time frame and see what Near protocol is doing. On the 4-hour time frame, as I mentioned before, these two boxes that I drew here, I said these are the most important boxes that Near protocol has, and if it manages to break through these two boxes, the likelihood of breaking the range to the upside increases significantly. And for now, it's holding itself at the first box, meaning it's maintaining itself at this support level. It's very important for Near protocol to be able to hold itself at this support level, which is here and extends up to around $2.50. It needs to maintain this price and not drop below it. If Near protocol drops lower, meaning if its price breaks this first support level and goes down further, its next support level is located in this area. It's close to $2.30. It's situated in this area, and at this point it really has to decide whether it can move up or not. Because this is the last level that Near protocol has, and if it loses this level, Near protocol will move further down and head back toward $2. This time it will break the range to the downside. We have to see what happens in the next few days. The best scenario for Near protocol is to hold this first support level and for Bitcoin to remain stable or for Bitcoin's price to go up. Bitcoin shouldn't go below $100,000 because if Bitcoin's price drops below $100,000, this will cause Near protocol to lose its first support and move toward the second support. There is a very important support in this area, and also if you look at the daily time frame, you can clearly see that the moving averages for Near protocol are located in this region. It has had a very high volume, and it shows that it has really had one of the largest volumes in the entire history of Near Protocol. This happened 4 days ago when this volume set a new record. And as you know, it's normal that the price has now dropped by about 8%. Because after any significant upward move, whenever any coin or asset experiences an increase of around 80% within just 4 days, it typically faces a pullback or a period of correction, and that's exactly what's happened to Near Protocol right now. What really matters, as I mentioned before, is that it needs to hold this important support level so it can make the next move, break out, and fill this gap. Next, let's look at the Near Protocol chart. Let's also take a look at it against Bitcoin. Looking at the Near Protocol chart against Bitcoin, you can see that it has a very strong resistance in this area, and this resistance matches perfectly with the range we just discussed. If it manages to break through that range on the main chart, it's highly likely that Near Protocol will break through this area as well and move higher. In this section against Bitcoin, it faces a resistance here, and it can test this area for the first time. If it breaks through this area as well, it can move even higher. At these levels, the price of Near Protocol could reach $8. Now we have to see whether it can actually do this or not. For now, it needs to break the range to the upside. That was today's video about Near Protocol, and we also took a look at the Near Protocol chart against Bitcoin. It has shown very good performance so far, and we have to see if it can maintain this strong performance in the coming days or not. I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. And don't forget, trading is never 100% certain, and everything is tied to probability. Until the next video, goodbye.